What's up, guys? Many of you guys have seen this week Jeff Teague's comments about LeBron and him speaking with near certainty that he was on steroids.
Which Bron was better?
Miami Heat Bron.
Miami Heat Bron.
Miami Heat.
I'm going this Cavs Bron because this Cavs Bron had a 3.
Man, y'all crazy.
That might be the best
Bron
Bron we ever
was,
seen. I ain't gonna lie.
He was on steroids, bro. He had to sit out. He was on steroids for real.
Nah, I give you
like legit was on steroids, bro. I'm allegedly, but like he had to sit out. Bro, y'all remember when they told him like they
There
gonna
goes the
start?
Clutch Sports allegations.
Y'all remember that though?
Nah,
When they was like he got everybody. They started testing for HGH, and they was like, "Yo," and he had to sit out. Like he said his back was hurt, and he sat out for like 3 weeks, and he came back skinny. This is just I was in the league. I remember. And he came back in. He was crazy though, bro.
That might have been
After they lost that championship, bro, Bron came back different, bro.
Then days later, coming out and saying he was joking.
Listen, bro, it was a joke, bro. Y'all take everything out of context. We were literally giving LeBron praise of how dominant he was. People like, how did you know he was on steroids? I didn't know. I don't know. I don't care. Because if he was and I knew, I would have told that me some. I wish I had the recipe. Like, if you got some, bro, tap in.
Send the remix.
I'm ready to make a comeback.
I mean, there's been a long documented history of Rich Paul, LeBron's childhood friend and agent, going around silencing people, but that's a different video topic. I'm here to discuss a different and, in my opinion, more important reason why LeBron James' potential steroid use is bad for sports. But first, let's acknowledge a few details. Now, the circumstantial evidence that LeBron has taken steroids is somewhat extensive. Now again, to me, the strongest evidence that LeBron has taken specifically HGH throughout his career is the lack of injury, durability, and ridiculously fast recovery.
The injury I was dealing with, I tore a tendon in my foot.
And that's normally longer than a 4-week recovery process.
It is.
When did you get a sense of you would have a plan to get you back faster than what the normal kind of routine is on that?
When the doctors told me I was healing faster than anybody I've seen before with the injury.
More so than the evidence from Miami.
LeBron James has taken very few games off this season, not like last season, 2 seasons ago, when he mysteriously in the offseason lost like 30 pounds of muscle mass and didn't look the same and didn't play the same. Paleo diet. And then came back brolic. And
LeBron James' wife and 2 associates named in federal PED investigation story that just recently came out, and it's got a lot of people saying, is LeBron doing GH, is young growth hormone? Is this the Lance Armstrong story that's about to come out, and they're going to strip him of all these different accolades that he has? So let's read it. LeBron James' close associate Ernest Mims, business manager, and David Alexander, trainer, have been named an unredacted federal document related to the biogenesis.
This article states, a former employee of Anthony Bosch's biogenesis clinic claims that Mr. Paul picked up items from the clinic on a monthly basis, and when he paid, the initials LJ were used in the bookkeeping log. LeBron's best friend and agent's name is Rich Paul. The clinic employee added later that this Mr. Paul came every month, once a month, taking products for LJ. She also pointed out that some of her coworkers were 100% sure that LeBron James was a client of the Institute and was the LJ in question. Or this story from when he was with the Heat. In the past 15 years, stories about LeBron James' body have become a bit legendary with teammates, seeing him turn his ankle nearly 90 degrees only to tighten his shoelaces and finish with the triple-double. Watching him show up 4 hours before a playoff game to get in a sweat-soaked workout, then play more than 40 minutes and score 40 points. And the topper, the time James gained 7 pounds during an Eastern Conference Finals game. Some Miami Heat teammates saw the scale and attest to it in amazement. James himself just shrugs and called it weird as hell. The truly wild part is that it was from 271 pounds to 278 pounds, though James is much lighter these days. Now to get into the science briefly, yes, the NBA tests for HGH and just straight up anabolic steroids, and both are banned in the NBA. But I want to clear something up. If any of you think LeBron has been taking any sort of muscle building anabolic steroid while he was in the NBA because he just looks extremely jacked, no, I don't think he has ever done anabolic steroids. Those help with muscle building and are dangerous to the body and can significantly alter your body in ways that can be harmful short-term and long-term and are easier to test for. Someone getting elite medical advice like LeBron would never be advised to take something like this. It's much more likely to be taken in a different sport. Admitted MMA steroid user Chael Sonnen matter-of-factly stated that LeBron uses the same quote-unquote guy as him, and stated that he believes LeBron used a quote-unquote cocktail of EPO, growth hormone, and testosterone.
If the world understood what LeBron did, like other basketball players will hear what LeBron does and go, well, yeah, but that doesn't matter, right? It's like a baseball player. You're hitting a stick out of the way. It doesn't matter. It's like, no. If you knew what these performance enhancers did, then you would know why it does matter.
What do you think he's
There's
doing?
only one. We have the same drug guy, if you will. I know exactly what he's doing. But there's only one golfer.
Please tell.
There's only one golfer. I'm not going to. But there's only one golfer that follows the big three. And the big three is EPO, growth hormone, testosterone. That's the Lance Armstrong diet. There's one golfer, but it's Tiger Woods. Like, yes, it does matter. People will say it all the time, it doesn't matter. John Daly won it. It's like, it matters. Trust me that it matters. EPO matters. It's the reason LeBron takes it. It matters. And if other basketballers understood
EPO
what it
do?
did, EPO increases your red blood cells, which gives you endurance so you can play all game long. You can shoot in the fourth
More
quarter
red blood
just like
cells,
you
more
shot in the
oxygen
fourth
in your
minute.
red blood cells. Okay, got you.
It's the king of performance enhancers.
Now, to me, this is a little bit more likely because those, especially EPO, which is essentially blood doping, can give you significantly more stamina. But I think that it's most likely that LeBron is taking anything, it would be peptides and HGH. For those that don't know, peptides essentially have the same effect in it that steroids do, which is increasing testosterone in the body. The big difference, though, is that peptides do it naturally by stimulating your body to produce more, whereas steroids do it unnaturally and, while being more effective, are often much more dangerous. HGH essentially makes for ridiculous recovery times from injuries and even quick stamina recovery in-game. Now again, while the circumstantial evidence is strong, LeBron has never tested positive, and if you're wondering how that's possible, Lance Armstrong and Barry Bonds never tested positive. There are many ways to get around it, but still, we must acknowledge that despite LeBron being the only player in the history of any major sport, other than perhaps Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens, to play at an all-star level into their 22nd season, he could be the first genetically capable of it without HGH. He clearly is in the top 0.00001% genetically already, so it's possible. But now to the point of this video, and it's primarily to the young athletes out there, or if you're a parent raising a young athlete and you have the chance to educate them. The blanket term steroids is not dangerous in and of itself. Many steroids are necessary and helpful for our common health goals, from healing devastating injuries to fighting disease to many other issues. Many of you may be even taking them for health under prescription. Even athletes like LeBron, if he did take HGH, may get off with minimal long-term health effects. But there are two major problems. First, the vast majority of the population cannot afford the best quality steroids and cannot afford the elite medical experts to design and tailor the program, especially for them in a healthy and safe way. But two, and my major concern with this video, is this topic.
When you have a guy that's on that, I am speaking to the power of the medicine. The Rock has always been very nice to me. I don't like to come out and disparage The Rock. He's always been a very sweet guy. It bothers me that he won't tell people what he's doing, right? If you're going to put your picture out and you're going to put your look, don't talk about it's because, I eat pancakes on Sundays only and I do these things because somebody's going to go and do that. I'm one of those guys. I grew up under Hulk Hogan. I'm also not mad at Hulk. He's also very sweet to me. But I did grow up under Hulk Hogan, and I did do all sorts of curls, and I did do all sorts of push-ups, and I did these all the time, trying to look like him. And before you know it, this all the time business I'm speaking of was 15 years. 15 years of gym memberships and in the weight room. But he hadn't told me the rest of it. And I'm trying to go to the other side with it, the side that Schwarzenegger went to, the side that Sylvester Stallone went to, the side that Suzanne Summers went to, which is to go out, look great, feel great, and then tell people the truth about what you did.
Growing up, I had no idea what steroids were or how they worked. I just saw Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa and thought they were so cool hitting long home runs. Hulk Hogan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, all these people clearly took steroids, and besides Sosa have admitted it after they played. The problem is young athletes are looking at these guys and thinking these things are attainable through hard work, hitting the weight room, and diet. And so many athletes have rued their bad luck after career-ending injuries when others seem to be so ridiculously durable. And LeBron is clearly making his GOAT case based primarily on the longevity of his career. Steroids are outlawed in most major sports because as a whole, they are too dangerous for society to administer without proper guidance. But just because some wealthy athletes have the guidance and funds to administer them expertly doesn't make it okay. It is in essence of artificially raising the bar of what's achievable, and that is the issue. Either we make steroids a universally accepted part of sport or not, but that's always been the beauty and essence of the supposed meritocracy that is sports, a level playing field. So if you're up and coming in a sport and you think like Barry Bonds did, well, everyone else is taking steroids, I need to as well to level the playing field. Well, yes guys, many are, but the key point is not all. Please keep sports a level playing field and set a good example for those that come after you that working hard and having a strong mindset are still the gold standard. In the end, you may end up with a legendary reputation like Babe Ruth for being a once-in-a-generation talent, as opposed to Barry Bonds, who is a societal pariah. Doing the right thing pays. I hope we all remember that when our decision time comes. Much love, guys. Peace.